Commit to yourself and stop going against the grain. It's so easy to make a decision to commit to a better life for yourself, and it's so easy to make a decision to be better as a person. But there will always be a part that ends up not thinking that they're quite good enough, not thinking that they're the ones that can make it to the finish line. And you end up living in this story in your head, this contradiction of the identity you're trying to lead with. You know that you're destined for something better in this world, but you just can't seem to stick to it. You seem to fall back into your old ways, and it brings frustration, it brings disappointment, and it brings annoyance. And the long story short of it is you've just been asleep longer than you've been awake, and it's easier to compare yourself, and it's easier to sit in a self-loathing mindset than it is to actually start to implement new behaviors. And when you start to implement new behaviors, you actually start to get out of your own way. And I generally think we self-sabotage and end up back at square one, because then there's no more excuses. Then we're the ones that can actually do something with our lives, because ultimately comparison doesn't make sense. Living with a mindset of scarcity doesn't make sense. Living with a mindset of it's not going to work out when other people are achieving things doesn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is the old behaviours that drag you back into feeling that way. And it's probably one of the most frustrating things in life, to move forward and then find yourself in excruciating mental pain, being back at square one. And it's tiring, and it's lonely, and it's annoying, and it's happened to me throughout my whole life. But I understand now that it's just my old version trying to keep me stuck in the same habits. And we have to get excited about the future. We have to get excited about, not even getting excited about the future, we have to get excited about the now. We can't live with separation. We have to be at one with the life that we want to live. And to change your life is just to wake up and start thinking differently. That is the main aspect towards changing your life, is having more dominant thoughts as if your life has already worked out, than having the negative thoughts of what the old you would think. We all have a history, we all have a past, but we don't have to have that story replaying in our head every single day. We can start to change the history, and we can start to change the story, because our brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagination. So whenever something comes into your mind, for example, how to reframe something, say you've been trying to do something for a long time, I want you to change the history of it. And all the success and all of the progress that you've made has happened overnight. I want you to start changing the narrative. And this isn't spiritual gaslighting. You have to sit there, you have to process the emotions, you have to be all right with being annoyed at yourself, but you have to get to a point where you're just fed up of looking at other people doing something and asking yourself the question, like, why is that not me? What do they know that I don't know? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And the answer is nothing. Chances are you've watched the videos, you know the knowledge. There isn't a special strategy that we get sucked into that makes us feel like we're missing out on something, because God didn't create a world with algorithms and strategies. God didn't create anyone any different to who we are. We have our own purpose and we have our own mission in this world, and we all deserve to go on a quest and get the most out of life, but we end up just sucked into bullshit and frustration. And that's the old self. And I've caught myself point blank yesterday and today. I let social media come in, not social media, YouTube come in, and I just caught myself in comparison. I'm like, how the fuck are they doing that? Why did they do this? And then the brain, and it's like, wow, that's how easy it is to slip into not feeling incredible about yourself and what you've achieved and what you've done, and that story starts playing in your mind, and it's toxic spiral. It can pull you down, but we're all human. Every single person will have this. And when this happens to me and it starts to get louder and louder and louder, I just know that that's the old self feeling threatened. I know that that's a version of me that really doesn't want to leave. And then it's like, okay, well, what's the new behaviour that's going to come in? So I took myself away, sat in silence for half an hour, 40 minutes, regulated myself, and then inject and saturate my mind with the thoughts of the me that would already be living with that problem solved. And it's a game. It's a game of tennis. It's like how much can you bring yourself back to awareness to focus on the waffle? You choose which thoughts you want and which thoughts you don't want, you know, because you are good enough. You do have it in you to be able to achieve something. There isn't this miraculous game plan that you need to stick to and be able to do and feel like there's loads that you need to learn and implement in order for you to be able to create a better version. You just need to get out of your own way long enough in order for the new behaviors to be able to stick. And when you do spiral, when you do have triggers, it's all right to do it for, you know, if you get into a funk for an hour or two or whatever it might be, but you can't spiral consistently every single day. You have to pull yourself back to the version of you that you are working towards being, and that is the game. You're forever going to be getting pulled and swayed away, but there's either one life of having it all in your mind already or the life where you don't have it. There's no in between. I watched a beautiful video on that yesterday, and it's really true. It's like, just get into the state, forget how everything's going to work out. Just wake up relentlessly every single day and know that you deserve better. Wake up every single day and commit to yourself. Wake up every single day and release all of the frustrations, the annoyance, and being wound up and trying to be someone you're not, and just be authentic to you. The whole point of life is to be at peace. The whole point of life is to just enjoy the journey. The destination is the journey. The watching your character unfold is the journey. Making mistakes and getting back up is the journey. Winning and losing is the journey. The whole point of life is this journey that we are on. So life might not be going your way right now, but what are you going to do about it? It's time to get out of your own way. It's time to start committing to you. Imagine in 12 months' time if you just committed to where you need to be able to get to, and you started to work on how to think better, how to feel better, how to act better, how to be at one with your thoughts instead of spiraling. Where would you be? Scary to think. Commit to yourself just for the next 24 hours. And then the next 24 after that, and the next 24 after that. And day by day, brick by brick, just start to build evidence of a better version of you. You have an identity, make sure the behaviours match the identity and there's no contradicting behaviours. And just watch how beautiful life gets. Little Sunday message for you. Little mini rant, mini positive one together that is combined. If you're new here, I'm Brad Parker. Welcome. If you're not, you know how much I love and appreciate you watching these videos and in the pursuit of the better in life. Melior movement, baby. This is the Melior life.